I will not let an Astros loss to the Colorado Rockies get me upset. I will not let an Astros loss to Colorado get me agitated. I will not let an Astros loss to a historically bad baseball team get me down. I will not let the Astros losing a baseball game with a chance to get a 2.5 game lead in the American League West, I will not let it bother me. I will not do any of those things. I'm just not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. 6-1, losing to a awful team that Chinese Taipei / Taiwan could maybe score a run against. I'm just not. I'm not going to let it happen, okay? It won't. It will not happen. It will not happen on this show. I'm not going to get upset about it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get mad about losing to a really bad team. There's nothing that could potentially put me at that place. Nothing. I'm telling you, there's nothing. Here's Astros pitcher Hunter Brown after last night's game.
I only a homer here. Threw exactly where I wanted to. I don't even think he really caught it that well. So, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Seven strikeouts. Like, a little bit of the quality of your stuff it's been a while.
Yeah, I felt good about that. I thought, honestly, aside from a couple of pitches, my execution was really good tonight. Obviously the ball to left center, Moniak hit, and then, the home run. Not the result I'm looking for, but all in all, just gotta be able to flush it and go out there, again. Try to chew up innings for the team, things like that. I feel like that was just kind of, really just unfortunate that was the way that the game worked out today.
Oh, my God. Two things there. He did two things. And I said I'm not going to get mad about the Astros losing a game to the Rockies. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. Hunter Brown, I know you're trying to make me do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. You can't make me do it. Even if you're saying the same thing that Luis Severino said during the 2022 ALCS. Oh, it's only a home run at Daikin Park. Hunter, they're little leaguers. The Rockies are little leaguers. I understand that they're paid money to play baseball. Not going to be for long. Nope. They might all be blackballed from the sport. Rich Kotite with the New York Jets style. But that's not going to work me up. And neither is saying, hey, I thought my stuff was good. And why does every pitcher do that? Why does every pitcher do that? Every pitcher in baseball will tell you, I thought my stuff felt good. Thought it felt good. Well, listen, I get that not all the runs were your fault. Take a look at the earned runs for Hunter Brown in last night's 6-1 loss to the Colorado Rockies. And hey, I don't know what was going on at that exchange at second base where Jeremy Pena dropped the ball and missed the tag. I don't know what was going on there. Should have been a double play. Led to a rally. Rockies all of a sudden are up 3-1, 4-1. You kind of feel like the game's out of hand, even with Yordan Alvarez returning down 3 runs. But I don't want to hear that. It's the Rockies, guys. Which leads me to a question that I'm going to ask you guys. Are the Astros too cocky? I saw this thrown out there by one of the people that actually does get rage baited by one of 162 baseball games. This is from an account called at HoustonHorn08 on Astros Twitter, which is a place that makes our Twitch, at least the people who are unbanned on said Twitch, look like a bunch of choir boys. Texans worthy in the eyes of some. The Astros are an AL leading 32-23 against teams above 500. This is why they play like this against the Rockies. They simply don't give a bleep. He said the poop word. They know when it really matters. They're the best team in the league. Bunch of cocky mother bleepers. And we got back to this constant feeling that Astros fans have about how they're awful against sub 500 teams. Not entirely true, but they're starting to add up. And where not too long ago, the Astros were actually 7th in teams that were below 500. Now, they are 12th among playoff teams if the season were to end today against sub 500 baseball teams. So look, it's one of 162, and I'm not going to get mad about a loss to the Rockies, even though it's justifiable to get mad about a loss against the Rockies. But are you of the mindset that this team's too cocky, that this team's too full of itself, that they are high on their own supply, that they like the smell of their toots, that they're going to pull a Kyle's dad from South Park, Mr. Bravlovsky. They're going to pull a Mr. Bravlovsky and pull out a wine glass and just go and take a big old whiff and be like, oh, God, I'm the best. Do you think they do that? I don't get that impression. I don't. And I'm not going to get mad about last night's loss. But, I mean, come on, it's the Rockies. You've lost twice to the Rockies this year. Right now, you're 2-2 against the Rockies on the season. 2-2. This is one of the worst teams in baseball history. And by the math, if you look at Rockies wins this season, a little bit over, I'll do a little math. You got 38 wins, 2 of the wins. So 2 divided by 38. I mean, a little under 3% of their wins are against you. And it's an interleague matchup. That's all it takes. Anyway, you want to jump in, 713-780-3776 to call to text. YouTube at ESPN Houston, Twitch at ESPN 975. From the 281, it's because you don't care about baseball, Paul, LOL. I mean, I don't like baseball, but I like the Astros because they win. And I'll like the Astros until they stop winning. So the game was on one of my 2 televisions last night. I started watching Dexter Resurrection again. I had no idea that the cast was as loaded for this season as it is, with Uma Thurman and Peter Dinklage and Neil Patrick Harris and the girl that is Jesse's girlfriend in Breaking Bad / the bee from Apartment 23 and a bunch of other things. Kind of have a crush on her, whatever. Hey, sorry, girlfriend, just admitting things. I started watching that show, but I could not help but look up at the screen and see what went down, which was a loss to the Rockies. And I'm not mad about it, but at the same time, you're better than that. This isn't, I make the joke, I should be able to leave the Astros in the car with the air conditioning on. A loss like this is like a embarrassing home injury. Walking out of the shower. Oh no, the floor slipped. The slick. Oh God, I fell on my ass. I have a bone bruise on my ass. I just Jesus Sanchez to myself. It's a home injury. It's me walking into the kitchen on a nightly basis and hitting my head on an open cabinet. That front one that's right by the dishwasher. It happens all the time. It's a home accident. Shouldn't happen. I'm not going to get mad about it, but I get why you might be. So if you want to vent about it, you can. 713-780-3776 to call to text. YouTube at ESPN Houston, Twitch at ESPN 975 from the 713. Overall frustrating how the team's playing of late, but every year Houston freaks out about this time, and then when it's the postseason time, everyone comes back down to earth a little bit, except for last year and maybe the year before. From the 832, I hate seeing the A's, Angels, and Rockies in our schedule since I know we'll lose 2 of 3 if not get swept. That's an exaggeration, but it does feel that way. And now the Rockies are 2-2 against you on the year.